Have you ever slept a full 8 hours but still woke up feeling exhausted, like you hadn't slept at all? That groggy, foggy-headed feeling with zero energy to start the day? Even though you went to bed on time the night before, you're not alone. In fact, millions of people experience this every single day. But here's what might surprise you. The problem may not be the amount of sleep you're getting, but rather the quality of that sleep. And when you wake up, you might be stuck in a sleep trap without even realizing it. So what's really causing this slept enough but still tired feeling? And how can you wake up feeling refreshed and energized every morning? The answer is just below. Did you know that a good night's sleep isn't just about getting 7 to 8 hours? In reality, the quality of your sleep is what truly determines whether you wake up feeling energized or drained. Here's something most people don't realize. Sleep happens in cycles, not in one long, continuous block. A full sleep cycle lasts around 90 minutes. And throughout the night, your body and brain don't just shut off. They move through 4 key stages in each cycle. Light sleep, stages 1 and 2. Your body starts to relax. Heart rate and breathing slow down. You're still easily awakened during this phase. Deep sleep, stage 3. This is when your body focuses on physical recovery. Muscles repair, your immune system strengthens. REM, rapid eye movement. This is the mental recovery zone. Your brain becomes highly active, your eyes move rapidly under closed lids, and you start to dream. Memories, emotions, and information from the day are processed, stored, or cleared. This is why waking up at the right time is so important. If you wake up at the end of a cycle, when your brain is naturally transitioning back to alertness, you'll wake up feeling much more refreshed and ready to take on the day. The problem, you might be waking up at the wrong time. Now imagine this. You set your alarm for 7 a.m., but at that moment, you're right in the middle of a REM cycle, when your brain is at peak activity. The alarm goes off, jolts you awake, your heart races, your eyes sting, and your head feels like it's stuck in a fog. That's not you being a morning warrior. That's you being yanked out of a world you weren't ready to leave. And the result? You feel sluggish for the first few hours of the day. Motivation to work or study drops. You rely on coffee or sugar just to buy time to feel awake. It's hard to focus, you forget things easily, and you're more irritable than usual. The irony? This happens to millions of people, every single morning. A wake-up call from the National Sleep Foundation. According to a recent survey, over 60% of adults admit to hitting the snooze button at least once every morning. Sounds harmless, right? Just 5 to 10 more minutes, then I'll get up. But those extra minutes of snooze sleep can actually mess up your entire sleep cycle. Here's what happens. You were just pulled out of REM sleep, and instead of gradually waking up, you push your body back into a new sleep cycle, only to be jerked awake again a few minutes later. Your body hasn't had time to get into gear, your brain hasn't adjusted, and you start your day with a thick mental fog hanging over you. A familiar morning scene, one you'd rather forget. You open your eyes and groan at the clock. 6:45 a.m. Snooze, 6:52. It rings again. Snooze, 7 o'clock. Still buzzing. Your eyes are burning, your head is pounding. You drag yourself out of bed, reach for your phone, and mindlessly scroll through social media. 15 minutes pass. You haven't even brushed your teeth. Each delay adds another wave of fatigue, guilt, and pressure. And finally, you leave the house thinking, today is going to suck. The good news? This cycle can be broken. Once you understand it, morning fatigue isn't just about how much you sleep, it's about how you sleep. Instead of obsessing over hitting 8 hours, focus on completing full sleep cycles and waking at the right time. A full 6-hour sleep that includes complete cycles can leave you more refreshed. In summary, what feels like resting more might actually be draining you. Every time you hit snooze, you're essentially disrupting your sleep cycle, increasing fatigue instead of reducing it, spending half your morning just trying to feel mentally awake again. You think you're rewarding yourself with a few extra minutes of peace, but in reality, you're stealing your own energy. You might believe that hitting the snooze button gives you just 10 more minutes of calm before facing the day. But the truth is, that exact moment, when you're half asleep and half awake, is when your mind and body are at their most unbalanced. You're no longer in deep restorative sleep, but you're also not fully awake. It's a state of limbo, and it doesn't recharge you, it only drains you further. But beyond sleep, this small act reflects something deeper. It's not just about being tired, it's a subtle form of avoidance. Avoiding reality, avoiding pressure, avoiding yourself. We tell ourselves we're resting, but what we're really doing is delaying and sinking deeper into fatigue, apathy, and lack of motivation. Just like in life, the more you postpone facing what matters, the more energy you lose. The longer you sleep on your choices, the more you drift away from living fully. Waking up is more than a physical act. It's a choice. It's that moment you say, enough. the moment you choose action over delay, even in the smallest way, opening your eyes, sitting up, and stepping out of bed. If you truly want to start your mornings feeling alert, energized, and in control, try these small but powerful shifts. Stop hitting snooze. For real. Every time you press snooze, you throw your body into a chaotic sleep-wake loop that leaves your brain foggier than before. Try using smart alarm apps like Sleep Cycle, Sleep as Android, or Alarmy. These tools wake you up during your lightest sleep phase, making the transition smoother and more natural. Sleep enough and sleep on time. Don't just set an alarm to wake up, set one to go to sleep. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. The result? Falling asleep becomes easier, your sleep gets deeper, and waking up no longer feels like a battle. Drink water as soon as you wake. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. A glass of cool water or warm water with lemon jumpstarts your metabolism, reactivates your internal systems, and switches you into alert mode, even more effectively than that first cup of coffee. Avoid blue light before bed. Screens from your phone, laptop, and TV emit blue light, which suppresses melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. Ideally, power down devices 1 to 2 hours before bed. If you must use them, try blue light filter apps like F-Lux, Twilight, or activate night shift mode on your phone and tomorrow morning when your alarm rings. And you, half asleep out of habit, reach for the snooze button. Pause just for a second and ask yourself, what am I postponing? What am I giving up just for a few more dreamy minutes? Because every time you delay getting out of bed, you're not just delaying the start of your day. You're delaying a clearer, more purposeful, more alive version of you. Every snooze is a quiet message. I'm not ready yet. But life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It starts the moment you open your eyes. Remember this, you don't have to overhaul your life overnight. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m., run 10K, or read an entire book before breakfast. Just start with something so small you can't talk yourself out of it. Try this tonight. Before you sleep, place a glass of water by your bed. Not to hit your daily hydration goal, but so that tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, you reach for something good. A glass of water, a conscious choice, a quiet message to yourself. Today, I choose differently. Today, I choose to begin with intention. Because sometimes the difference between a sluggish day and an energized one isn't how many hours you sleep. It's how you choose to wake up. We often think that to change our lives, we need to do something grand. But the truth is, a better life begins with a better morning. A better morning begins with one small action. And that small action begins right now when you choose to prepare for tomorrow. Be gentle with yourself. You don't need to force your way into being a perfect version of you. Just try a little more than yesterday, better than yesterday, always. And finally, thank you for watching this video. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions are the motivation for us to create good and interesting videos. See you in the next video.